Hi everyone, and please forgive me if my speech will be somewhat stuttery or something like this during this video, because sadly I do not have much time to pre-record the script. Things are pretty tense here around, so it is a short period of time without possible bombardments, like period of silence, you know. First of all, I want to also say that yes, my channel is not about politics, but you know, at some at some situation, at some point when my country is being invaded just for a wish to stay independent and decide own path, it is something I cannot tolerate. So yeah. First of all, I want to say a couple of words to everyone worried, because I saw like possibly hundreds of people writing and asking on YouTube and Discord, etc., in all social networks, like what's about me, what is the state. So at this point, practically everything is fine. Like me and my family members, my closed ones, my close ones, they are all safe and sound. Like you see, we are in one piece. And yeah, that's it. So we were not able to leave from this, let's say, hot area yet, because at this point it's just too dangerous, because Russian forces, they do not hesitate to bombard the cities. They do not hesitate to, their diversion groups do not hesitate to simply stop the cars with civilians evacuating from, let's say, Kiev to the western Ukraine, and to just shoot these cars with the people in them, because their goal is to seed panic. So to try live right now would take a great risks, and if I would be only by myself, I would be not staying in the place I'm staying now, but I have family members here with me for which I take responsibility. So we're analyzing the situation with the cold head, and well, we'll be making our next steps deciding from that. But at this time, at this point, we all are safe and sound. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who worried, who asked, who supported me financially, and I cannot say how much shocked in positive sense I was, and I still am, about this support, because it is simply tremendous, and it already helps me and my family, because parts of my family are located in other cities which are also under the constant siege now. Like my native city is Kharkiv, and there are family members there too, and in all such regions affected by the invasion now, all the prices are skyrocketing. So I also send in money to my other family members. Part of that I'm trying to, when I can, trying to also donate to Ukrainian army and so on. I guess that's it about myself now. About Ukraine, possibly the main thing I want to ask each of you is to, like, check out, if you see some news kind of Russia already captured all Ukraine cities, like Ukraine left no anti-air cannons left, so they cannot protect from Russian jets. So Russia is completely dominating the air. Like this kind of news were spreading by pro-Kremlin medias all around the world just a day ago. And right after this news, the story of Kiev Ghost appeared, pilot of our jet who first hit down 4 enemy jets, then 6, and as for now his count is already 9. So the scene is that we are on our territory, and resistance here is just insane, and not just from our army, because our army are aerial heroes now, because they are not given a single inch of our land to invaders, to the occupants, but not only them are doing such acts of heroism, because our squads of territorial defense, I think it's translated in this way, it's like a militia, or like it's a squad where it's a squad commanded by professional army members, commanded and directed, but to this squad basically anyone can join. You do not need to be a soldier for that, and you can help in many different ways aside from fighting. So all these squads in at least regions I know about, like Kiev, Kharkiv, Kherson, etc., they all are already overfilled. So mostly at this point, the commanders do not even let the new people join, because there are no slots left, because every member of the squad needs an equipment, it needs training, and a commander needs to command these people, which is hard. And even the will of Ukrainian people to defend our land is so incredible that even from some people we know personally, like not only our close friends, but just some people we know, people we communicate on daily basis, those people are same as us, like skinny gamers, anime fans, like front-end developers, just many of them are just weebs, we can say. And even those weebs are enlisting to territorial defense squad in every city, in every village, and every town of Ukraine. And we are not just done yet, not even that, but we are steadily and surely defending our territory. And while there are a lot of heavy fighting, not a single city of Ukraine, not Kiev, no, not Kharkiv, not a single city yet has been occupied by the Russian invaders. So when you see a news like that, check them like 5 times, 10 times, because that is what Russia does now, because the Putin's regime expected a blitzkrieg. For instance, my native city, Kharkiv, it is located on the far east of Ukraine, basically at the border with Russia, and there are lots of Russian-speaking people there. Some are Ukrainian-speaking, some are Russian-speaking, but they all are Ukrainians and identifying themselves as Ukrainians. But because it is a city very close to Russia with lots of Russian-speaking people, Putin's regime expected that Kharkiv will just succumb, it will not resist, and the army will march through Kharkiv, and the next cities like Sumy, Poltava, etc. will just also surrender without a fight, seeing that Kharkiv had not put a fight at all. But this was the first of many miscalculations in his head, because not a single city has been surrendered, and Kharkiv actually and practically is putting out possibly the most heavy resistance to the occupation, and city is completely under Ukrainian forces' control, same as all other cities yet. And this is where I'm coming to. No, one more paragraph. I'm sorry. That's why, because they are not the Russian occupants. They are not actually winning in the direct massive invasion. Uh, they see they cannot win it fast, or maybe not win at all. So all they have left to do in their vision is to lie, is to seed panic by attacking civilians by bombarding our cities and saying that some ultra neo-Nazi fascists are bombarding their own cities, right? And the second is spreading lies that like already Ukraine already surrendered, Ukraine is already sieged, etc. It is almost done. So that Western world, all the other world, all the people, all the politicians, all the country leaders would see that and think, oh, well, okay, they are done, like we don't need to help them because Russia already won. And that's what they're trying to do. Here I'm coming to the final part of this speech. It is about every of you, and like even every people here who cannot or maybe willing fight to enlist, but they were rejected just because I said the most of squads are already fully complected by the people in terms of people. So do not think you are powerless. If you stand with us, if you stand with a right to decide own life, own history, if you stand with Ukraine, do not think you're powerless. Do anything you can. Because, for instance, some of my friends are already in territorial defense, some were rejected, etc. And those who were rejected, for instance, they are every day walking to the centers of blood donation, and they are donating blood to Ukrainian soldiers, injured civilians, and so on. Some people are donating money. This is also what I'm doing myself, donating part of the money I received from you guys and Lasses and everyone else. I'm donating a part to the army as well. And for instance, just some time ago, we made some amount of Molotov cocktails and gave them to the logistics squad, which further gives this stuff to the territorial defense squads members. And even after that, we simply gave all our empty glass bottles, from the wine, from the juice, etc. Because these territorial squad members will make those cocktails themselves, but they still need bottles, and that were what we were able to provide, and we provided it. So do not think you're powerless. Please write petitions, sign petitions, write posts in social networks to your leaders, to your local deputies, senators, whoever, whatever, people in your country, in your city, in your region, who are in power in your government. Try to talk to them. And please ask your friends to also do the same. Like, I don't know who it was, but someone once said that, a quote like, the Democrats are uniting only one step before the guillotine, or before the death sentence, or something like that. So Democrats are uniting only one step before the death, because in between, when things are seeming to be fine, we are always debating, cursing on each other, and arguing who knows the better how to do our democratic stuff, right? But there is, and sometimes we unite too late, but it is not ever, not at all too late for Ukraine now, because, for instance, only yesterday, many countries of European Union were not agreeing to cut Russia from SWIFT, right? But today already, every last country, they waited everything. Waited, I mean, from word wait, the I guess you got it. So all these countries already oversaw that again, and Germany was the last country who was still against this decision, but Germany also agreed to this. So the whole Europe is now agreeing to cut Russia from SWIFT, and now it is only a matter of time because this will happen. And this is incredibly important because, as I said already, Russia only wants to show you that they are winning us. But they do not have endless resources. More and more countries are severing ties with them. More and more countries are banning trading them, selling them things like engines, parts of aircrafts, and when many of their aircrafts will be hit down and they will need to repair some older ones and send them to the battlefield, they will not be able to do this because they will have no details, because they will be not able to buy it, because nobody will sell this to them. And same is with SWIFT and other sanctions. They will work, but they need to be hard to work, not in the year or decade after, but work right now. And cutting the SWIFT from Russia is one of such kind of sanctions that will actually work right now. And this will help us protect ourselves, protect our country, and as I'm sure, maybe not publicly, but somewhere here, right? All European countries and you guys understand that if Ukraine will be not helped now, if Ukraine will fall, then other countries in Europe will be next. It's like to giving a school bully a chance to bully his target, his victim, thinking like, okay, let's just him bully this dude and probably he will be satisfied and stop. The bully never stops until he gets knocked into the teeth. This should not be, this must be not a direct military help, like sending troops or starting war with Russia. That is the power of a democratic world, to hit in a way which will not kill anyone, but will settle the matter anyway, in economic matter, in diplomatic matter, and so on. I'm sorry for these black scenes because sun is going down, and we do not use much lights in the house when it is about to get dark. So I'm almost finished. I'm sorry. So yes, I guess I hope I managed to deliver my thought here. I'm truly thankful to each and every of you, no matter for what, for financial support, for kind words, for pushing for pushing the messages in social network to your country leaders, for everything. But please know that we are standing, and we will keep standing until we win. With your help, this will happen for sure and inevitably. Thanks to each of you folks, and I will see you soon as I will be able to do this again. Bye.